Sit. Lay down. Good girl. Dogs are well known and loved as man's best friend, but how did dogs come to be? Yes, I know that dogs were domesticated from wolves, but how does domestication truly work, and could we domesticate anything?
Domestication is the process of adapting an animal or plant over time from a wild or natural state, especially by selective breeding for the benefit of humans, and has been occurring for thousands of years. Domestication is responsible not only for our cuddly pets, but also the food we eat. Considering how important these plants and animals have been to the development of the human race, it's surprising how few animals we've actually domesticated. Only about 41 of the over 7.77 million animal species in the world have been domesticated. Professor Jared Diamond claimed in his book, Guns, Germs, and Steel, that there are 6 reasons why humans have domesticated such a small percentage of animals. The 6 reasons identified by Jared Diamond are growth rate, social structure, problems captive breeding, nasty disposition, tendency to panic, and diet. Researchers have considered the possibility of domesticating new animals genetically, since many mammals' DNA are quite similar to each other. But there has never been a good base DNA. All the animals domesticated in the past were domesticated for many purposes. Cows were bred to have more milk, sheep were bred to have more wool, horses were bred to ride, and dogs were bred for such a number of reasons that most of them don't even look like the same species. But all that changed with one experiment led by Dmitry Belyaev, a Soviet geneticist. In 1959, Belyaev and his team began selectively breeding foxes at an institute in Russia. His team began raising young foxes and breeding the ones that showed the least aggressiveness towards humans. Only the very friendliest were able to breed, and by 2004, nearly 70% of the foxes had reached an elite level of friendliness. The foxes were bred for only one trait, friendliness, and because of that, it's quite a lot easier to compare their DNA to wild foxes. Using that information, researchers have begun to discover some of the key genes in the domestication process. And using this information, we might one day be able to domesticate species we never thought we could.